What the what what the fuck is up, you dudes on YouTube? I'm YouTube personality Matt Lutz. Did you hear the news? The Hawkman extended his popular video game line to mobile. I'm YouTube per What the f is up, you dudes on YouTube? I'm YouTube personality Matt Lutz. Did you hear the news? The Hawkman extended his popular video game line to mobile. I'm making this video to review the brand new I'm making this video to review that brand new mobile app, Tony Hawk's Skate Jam. The Hawkman started his popular video game franchise with THPS1, that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 back in 1999. In the year since then, he has become the household name Tony Hawk, and who is famous for inventing and landing the skateboard trick, the 900. I'll just load up the app here and we can begin. Right off the bat, it looks good. One of my favorite things is that it's totally free to play, which is a brand new feature in Tony Hawk's line of video games. I just booted it up, and this game is already making history. Wow. Looks good in my book. Looks good in my book. It looks good in my book. You can decide if you agree. I'll edit some gameplay footage into this vlog. Oh. Looks good in my book. You can decide if you agree. I'll edit some gameplay footage into this vlog. There are no buttons on this one. Instead, the game is played by sliding one's thumbs across the screen of the phone. There are no buttons on this one. Instead, the game is played by sliding one's thumbs across the screen of the phone. Some reviewers don't like this, but I do. I like the smooth interaction. Like any good kickflip on a real board, to do a kickflip in this game, it should be just as smooth as glass. It's just as smooth as glass. You can't play as big hitters like Bam Margera, but you can, you can't play the big hitters like Bam Margera like you could in the other games, in the earlier games. But you can work up a special meter and play briefly as the Hawkman himself, Tony Hawk. I should mention at this point a point of contention that may arise about a fundamental claim of this review, and that is that that I should mention at this point a point of contention that may arise about a fundamental claim of this review, and that is that I should mention at this point a point of contention that may arise about a fundamental claim of this review, and that is that earlier towards the beginning I should mention at this point a point of contention that may arise about a fundamental claim of this review, and that is that earlier towards the beginning I said this was Hawk's first video game on mobile. Well, actually, he released his first ever game. Actually, he released his first ever game. That's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 as a port onto the N-Gage, which is a Game Boy that also works as a phone that you have to take the batteries out of to change the games. However, I still maintain that Tony Hawk's Skate Jam is the first to be on the mobile because I say this, the N-Gage was really a portable game system first, and a telephone secondarily, while Skate Jam is only available on systems that are primarily mobiles, that are mobiles first and other things secondly, but mobiles first. All in all, as is the case about how I feel about all the Hawk video games. All in all, as is the case about how I feel about all the games in the Hawk video game series, I think that while it is not THPS2, that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, I think that while it is no THPS2, which is where the series peaked, Skate Jam is a 10 out of 10 game. Before I log, at this point the review is over, but before I log this video off, I just want to bring up some general business about my YouTube channel, which is going to be having changes as I shuffle things around to be, instead of just a YouTube personality, my brand will now, but as I shuffle things around to be, instead of just a YouTube personality, to morph around as I shuffle things around to, instead of just a YouTube personality, morph my brand to be so that I'm a YouTube influencer. So I will begin, I want to be a YouTube influencer, and to do that I will begin now what I'm doing is I'm soliciting offers for products that you would like me to, that anybody with money or free products or services that I can have. What I will do is use them on this show, say good things about them, and so that'll make the followers on here, that'll make them want to buy the products that you can have me that you if you would be so inclined, if you would like to do this and you have sufficient resources to funnel my way, but not just you, but I'm saying I'm opening this up to, I'm saying that I will sponsor that products that come my way in exchange for quality of lifestyle, hotels. Put me up in your hotel and I'll give it a good review. Clothing. Tony Hawk, hey, if you're listening, you like this review, maybe you ought to do the right thing. So you ought to do the right thing. Thanks, like, subscribe.